The media, it just sells whatever it pays. The news doesn't have to be accountable because China buys the commercials. They don't care. It's better if it's not true. Look at the situation in North Korea in the context of the rape of Nanjing. Chinese government doesn't know what a people is. It wasn't the Chinese. The Japanese did that to the Chinese, but the Chinese had to overthrow the emperor. Otherwise, it wouldn't have happened. Our emperor is the problem. He was a kid. Oh, don't worry about that emperor 7 miles that way. What does that have to do with our media? Oh, well, see, when it pays better to just lie to us. See, you just scare people in whatever politically expedient direction. If you mess up and say something true, a sponsor might be offended. Pretty sure freedom of the press was intended to cover our press. It's not just freedom for the flat earth to come in and deceive us, psychologically coerce people into shooting up schools and give them the gun to do it with. Right to bear arms. Oh, you don't like that? 10, 15 years ago, everybody online's like, wake up, everybody has to wake up. And we're like, and what? Just be woke. Sponsors don't pay as much if we lie to you in your sleep, basically. Now you got people who are actually like, oh, woke is bad. Woke is stupid. Forget about woke. We got homos and fucking retards taking over the entire planet from our soil. Oh, that's the woke. You're an idiot. They're homos and fucking retards. It doesn't matter that Bud Light. Bud Light, Bud Light. You ever see footage of a bird's nest when the parent bird comes back to feed the chicks and they're all like, ah, ah. Imagine multiply that by 550 million. You people are so stupid. We're not going to be able to save you. We need to reject this idea that there is a national deficit. It doesn't exist. There's a corporate deficit. You can't just take for granted that the public owes China money. What about defense? First, do no harm, or you're not a doctor. You don't represent the public. We're sworn to kill all enemies, foreign and domestic. You want to try first, do no harm before somebody notices? See, Islam, they want a theocracy. They want a global, flat earth theocracy. It's a hack. They manipulate the corporation, manipulate democracy. But if you first do no harm, they can't do anything. And if you don't first do no harm, you don't have a say in the matter. So that's why Roe versus Wade was basically used to disarm our diplomacy after Vietnam. Don't worry about the Catholics, the Christians, the Jews. You call yourself a king? From what planet? Worry about the Greeks. Portugal, Spain, Italy, Hungary, Serbia. What's the southernmost city at the tip of Norway's Gala? Gaul? As Germany, France. You don't understand what you're messing with, Harvard. First, do no harm. You don't want none of this. But we have to compete with the belligerent flat earth anti-church of eternal protest. No, we don't. It qualifies as a cult. Probably be offensive to any self-respecting cult, but regardless, they have the right to own property. But first, do no harm, or it's imminently ours. First, do no harm, or don't start talking now. Finish what you started. And whoever's left standing when we're done will first do no harm. Some hillbilly judge torturing women in the Midwest. You got redneck women accusing hayseeds of rape so they can get an abortion. It's called a shotgun wedding. If the judge doesn't like it, the church invented marriage. The state is our experiment. I got Haitians and Laotians pretending to be white guys to harass me. A scientist, intelligentsia, confronted with new information, doesn't just ignore it because they get paid to. Don't act like, there's no takebacks, but we're not allowed to remember 2 days ago. Do something ethically defensible. Climate change, overpopulation. Oh, it's terrible. But first do no harm, or we kill two birds with one stone. The media must compete for our favor. You want to go get the story? You want a legal attachment? In order to embed with our resources, you have to avoid jeopardizing our mission, and it's inherent. Obviously, when you're embedded with us, your employer doesn't want you getting killed for saying something stupid. Now your competition doesn't want your employer investigating why something leaked, and now we've got an organic capitalist system ensuring our infrastructure. You see, Islam is not a religion, and these idiot bankers, we're going to stop protecting it. And they're going to be like, how come it's not working anymore? They're going to build us a skyscraper just so they can jump out of it. There's no argument for whether or not it's worth it for them to listen. It's worth more to Muslims. We want money right now. Well, we don't owe them anything we can't settle in lead. Are you going to broker the exchange? Idiot grandmasters of the world. mfrodeo.blogspot.com. Doctors, journalists, and priests. I own you.